It's sort of a remarkable thing that one can put something over somebody's head and modify the way they behave.
Just breathe. Just breathe. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. Come on, baby. Try not to see.
We know our brains run on electrical impulses. Every time we move or make a decision, electricity is buzzing among our brain cells. So imagine if you could tap into that circuitry like you do with a TV remote. You really shouldn't be eating that. Could you ever control another person's actions or thoughts?
There's your check, hon.
I'll get that. Seems like science fiction, but as
All in the
correspondent
butt.
Morocco discovered, it's not.
Imagine a magnetic wand that could control your brain. To find out if such a thing could happen, I offered my own brain for a test. It seemed like fun time.
Hold it up, you can look at it.
Psychiatrist and neurologist Mark George said he could make my thumb twitch.
Jeez, he does.
Oh, that was nice. Using a map of the brain, he can zap the area that controls a specific body part, like my toe.
Oh, wow. Is that last jolt a little too much?
A little bit, yeah, it was a little much.
1, 2, 3, 4,
The wand can even affect someone's speech.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
And once the pulse is removed,
25, 26,
everything goes back to normal.
29, 30.
It's sort of a remarkable thing that one can put something over somebody's head and modify the way they behave.
Wow. The wand works by producing a powerful magnetic pulse.
So it doesn't look like a lot, but the magnetic field that it generates is about the strength of an MRI machine, of a very strong MRI machine.
Since electricity and magnetism are really just two forms of the same thing, a magnet can affect the electrical signals in your brain. Now this is your brain. It's basically an electric web of billions of neurons wired together. When a strong magnetic pulse hits these neurons, it alters their electric current. The process is called transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS.
Electricity is the currency of the brain. All thoughts, all beliefs, all actions are just electrical impulses. And so TMS, we're actually able to get in there and influence the currency of the brain focally and non-invasively.
The stronger the magnetic pulse, the deeper into the brain it goes. And by adjusting the pattern of the pulse, you can change the way that part of the brain functions.
We can turn a part of the brain up or down or temporarily turn it off. It doesn't take a genius to see that it should be a pretty fertile way to begin to understand how the brain works.
One mystery George wanted to decipher was how the brain processes pain.
Are we supposed to stop here?
What's going on? You can't just leave us here.
Sir, we lost contact.
With whom?
Everyone.
There appears to be an event happening.
It's some kind of attack. The first stage is loss of speech.
There?
The second stage is physical disorientation. The third stage is fatal.
It's okay. The attacks are spreading. Boston, Philadelphia.
Maryland.
It's all over the country.
Authorities are now feeling that a terrorist group being responsible is becoming less and less likely.
She says everyone's dead outside.
Run.
My sound went out. This scene is very controversial to say it, since it actually shows the actual technology and impetus due out of application and regulatory reasons to say, since such information isn't capitalized on, or for that matter disclosed. Like I said, to say it, since it's basically a magnetic frequency, to say it, since that's actually creating the violent behavior. I mean, this kind of looks, to say it, since I guess a bit naive, to say it, since a little bit exaggerated, but I mean, when you actually look at, to say it, since the actual functioning behind our, to say it, since our neurological system and through in our psychology, you kind of you get a kind of pretty good understanding of how this technology actually plays its part, to say it, since in marketing affairs.